Maccabees 1, verse 15. And they made themselves uncircumcised. They cut off themselves from the Spirit and the thoughts of the Lord, and forsook the holy agreement that was made, and joined themselves to the Gentile way, to Baal way, to Ethbal way, to Mabal way, to the Cabal way, and go sell out themselves and sell out their people. That's what happened. Can't put it any better, can't put it any clearer than how it is. If the shoe fit, put it on your foot. Money changers and usurers, the Rothschild. Exactly what they are. I'm not telling you any bankers or any loan analysts or whatever. It's plainly as plain as it can be, and the Bible is going to do. Money changers. Testament tell you, the seed, the regenerated seed, Jesus, as it's called in your New Testament, chase them out of the holy places, out of the holy places of the Most High with their money changing. That's the time we're talking about now, where Jesus keeps telling you, on the Sabbath I did this, and on the Sabbath I did that, and on the Sabbath, and the Sabbath, and the Sabbath. It means it's happening. It's going to happen in the seventh seal. The seventh seal start the year 2000, and the cutoff time, the hard cutoff, 2027. Rothschild and Sons were born black Jew. They started up 1744 to present. They're still running under a different complexion. Some of it whitewashed and some of it infiltrated with pretenders. But they were originally black Jews in Germany with their original last name, Baher. That's their last name, their true last name. The Rothschild was adopted from the sign, a shield, a red color shield that they put as a sign poster to identify their business. The word Roth in German means red, and Schild in German means shield or sign. So the name Red Sign was given unto him by a nickname, and then he adopted it as his real name. But their name is Baher. They manage the banking business, the economics in your 5 divine law. They're managing the evil one for Baal and Dagon and the vicar. They're managing the money changing and the usury, the debt-based, fiat-based system set up across the entire planet. They're managing the money, the economic of the 7 beasts as told unto you in Revelation. The 7 nations, they're managing it out of the UK and France mainly. They have other offices in Germany, in Vienna, but the 2 main ones are in France, and the big one is in the UK, because UK is the monetary arm of the triad. Lucifer, his brethren, vicar, that's the head who report up to Lucifer. Then it goes down to the money arm, which is the UK, and then the US is the military arm. So all the money, the banking, the business, the usury starts out of the sea. Those 7 B's running it from there and giving instruction to the earth, which is America, North America, to do their work over here. That's how it's set up by the Rothschild and many other wealthy families who tie themselves to the beast, and they are all Jews. I'm going to tell you nothing different, that they were Caucasian. None of us are. Gonna run through this part quickly. Black Jews of Germany, those who are just jumping into my messages and never go back to my other messages. This is in the Einstein message that I did, and I'll do a quick summary of it. If you need more, go back to that message. Yes, people of color, you are indigenous, original to Western Europe and Southern Europe. You were there. Riddles of Prehistoric Time by James H. Anderson puts you there. You were there. Moving forward real quickly. In this book, the Germany and the Agricola of Tacitus, page 11 puts you there as well. The swarthy, which is dark complexion and curled hair, was in Britain. It was in also Gaul. Gaul is Germany, Netherlands, Italy, Switzerland, Luxembourg, France, Belgium. That's the Gaul, where they say the Celtic tribes were. Celtic is a code word for dark-skinned people. you were there. It told you here that swarthy people occupied those areas. And it says Gaul, they resemble the inhabitants of Britain. They were all dark-skinned, swarthy people. You were there, children of Israel. You were there. So, going through, if you still don't believe, go to the muster roll of 1758 from New York City, New York State. Look at it, at the page, at the top. You see, where born, Germany. What's his complexion? Brown. Everywhere you see Germany, brown, brown, and so on and so on. This gives you the complexion of the people that were coming to the North America, the United States of America, from various countries and signing up for the army. And they weren't all Caucasian on this list I give you. 28 of the people were black people. 14 Caucasian. That is the consistent with all the other muster rolls that I've seen from that time all the way up to Civil War time. So, Germany, yes, they have dark-skinned people there. They were there. Yes, United States, Declaration of Intent. This is the immigration form you had to fill out when you're coming into the United States of America. In it as well, it asks you to describe your color. Generally, if you're from Europe, they classify your color as white. That's a status. The color means your status. But the complexion tells who you are. Germany, they're dark-skinned people. Dark-skinned people, black people are and still are and were living in Germany, controlling the entire Germany. Kings and queens of Germany were all black people. Enough of the nonsense. Races of Europe by William Z. Whipley, PhD. Page 394 of that book tell you the English Jew, because I told you now, they're black people in Europe. They were there, still a lot of them there under the quiet, and now I have to make you know that they were Jew as well. The English Jew, slightly lighter than the Sephardic Jew, which was particularly black. Very black. The English one was a little lighter. We call them colored or light skin. Semites are black people. Dark. Every book you're gonna read gonna tell you the same thing. Dark, thus black. So when these Ashkenaz come and telling you Semites are white people, is because they know you're not gonna read to find out all the books that say you are dark. But this one was written by a PhD from MIT and from Columbia University, telling you Semite people are black people. Telling you over and over. Science corroborated that they are black. They are the brunette type. Brunette, brown. That's why you see the Germans coming in on the muster roll. Brown. That's who they are. So you're all over Europe, people. Another book from Europe. The Natural History of Man. Page 132 of that book. The Jews of Portugal. Dark. Very dark, that's who they are. And they spread their blackness all across Europe and Asia. Yeah, dear people, so we're not spending too much time on that. America and Europe. Page 177 of that book tell you, Herodotus said the Egyptians were black. We know that already, even though every movie you see about Europe, every movie you see about Egypt, they're all Caucasian people. If you see a movie about South America, Caucasian people. If you see a movie about Asia, Caucasian people. They were everywhere, but nowhere at all. They were not there. Let them enjoy the limited time they have, because their time is done. 2024, 2025. So let them enjoy. Leave them alone. Reading on. Number of Jews that have the greatest resemblance to the American mulattoes. American mulattoes, the indigenous copper-colored people, as told unto you in Webster Dictionary as Americans. They are Jew people. That's who I'm talking to right now. They are the children of Israel. When I'm saying those who've been running gimmicks on you, usury, set up by the Rothschild Jew in Europe, they have, and they're going to get what's coming to them. All those who have tied themselves to that Rothschild system. But the Americans are Jew people. Sallow complexion, meaning dark, a little lighter, and some of them brown skin, copper color skinned people with thick lip and crisp black hair. That's the American, the people indigenous to this land, and they tell you're from Africa. You not come from no Africa. You naturally belong in here. This man tell you of all the Jewish population scattered over the globe, the one that fit that feature is the ones in America. And he's telling you straight up, I am therefore well acquainted with what the Jews should look like, because most of the Jews are in my country, in Poland. Yes, Poland was all Jew, black people, same as Hungary, same as Germany, and all the other places I gave you for the Gaul. They were all black people. On my arrival in America, I took every light-colored mulatto, every light-colored person for a Jew. Why didn't he say, I took every Caucasian person for a Jew? Because he knows Caucasian are not Jew. They belong to the Ashkenaz and not the tribe of Judah. J-E-W is an abbreviation for Judah, the shortening, Jew, J-E-W. It doesn't mean no Ashkenaz. So, I'm clearing that up while I move forward to get you back to Rothschild. Jamaica in 1850, again, the Jews are there. Dark-skinned, black Jews. I've never seen one before, it tells you on page 15. But I was astonished to see a whole bunch of Jews running around in Kingston. They're there as well, children of Israel, and them not Caucasian, and the Caucasian never come there to Jamaica and sex off no black woman and have no black Jew. Nothing of us. They were never there. It was all people of color going into Jamaica from Europe and take over the place from the indigenous people of color that were already there. Nothing of us about no Caucasian rubbish. And I'm going to tell you now specifically for Germany, The Love of an Uncrowned Queen by W.H. Wilkins, page 39 of that book. He was dark. That is who? George Louis I, King George I of England. His grandson is the one who set up the Rothschild in business, up and running, and make them the giants they are now. He was dark and a gentleman of Germany. That is King George I. He's German, so I'm black. Not Royal Discord, the family of George II. King George again, a small man with a dark skin. He was so dark, he could pass for a Spaniard from Spain. Yes, Spain, they were black as well. Now make what they tell you, the rubbish that they're doing, and all the heckling that they're giving Vinicius Jr., that they were white, they were not. They were all black people there until the Gentile took over. But again, I'm telling you, the hard stop for the Gentile and the hard landing for the Gentile who don't assimilate themselves to the Most High plan 2025 going into 2027. So hang in there, my people. Moving forward. George Louis, on the other hand, is Hanoverian and he's related. He's the great-grandson to King James I of England. Yes, King James, who wrote our Holy Bible, is a black man as well. All black over Europe. I'm going to beat you with this one over and over, so you don't come in with no surprise when I'm saying, oh, the Rothschild, they're all black. Saying with that book, page 88 of that book, Princess Sophia, daughter of a Palatine king. The Germans are called Palatines. That's what they are called. And his daughter, King James, went over to Germany and married a German king. She had a daughter who then had a son, George I, and he became king of England. Palatines are Germans known as Palatine Poors. You hear me? Palatine Poors. Benjamin Franklin called them Palatine Boers. That was sort of the sophisticated way to say poor, to say Boer instead, to be politically correct. But in his book, Observation Concerning the Increase of Mankind Peopling of Country, page 10 of that book, he demonstrated clearly he had a problem with the Palatine Boers, that they could not acquire his Caucasian complexion, and he was vexed and all kind of attitude carrying on in the background. But they were German Palatine, German, why they can't acquire Benjamin Franklin complexion. He told you in item 24 that they were all swarthy in Europe. The Spaniards, the Italians, the French, the Russian, the Swedes are all swarthy, including the German. Swarthy complexion, dark skin for your convenience. On the right hand side, the definition for swarthy, dark complexion. All black people in Europe. So now that we set that record straight, George III, who gave the Rothschild their big break, page 66 of that book, George III, whoa, he had thick lips. Whoa, that doesn't look good as well. That is Caucasian. And his father, Frederick, was a dark complexion like a Moor. Whoa, still don't look good. That is Caucasian. The man was black. Light skin, that's what they call high color, but he's light skin, but in black. That's what he was. Father, dark, Moorish complexion, the man black. So he was the one who set up another black man to start the money changing and usury business for England and America. George III had just lost control of America, the land, but he did not lose control of the economics. You can win the battle, but you cannot win the one on the economics if you owe the same person you're fighting debt. That's where now the debt master is gonna come and collect. And that's what the Rothschild did to set up a payment plan for America, which America been paying since 1776 all the way up until this point. That's what's going on in the background, but that's not what we're here today. Rothschild Bacher family from Frankfurt, Germany. They're also in England and France, as I've told you. 1744 till this date, they are there in the background running all kind of things, which we'll cover in other messages. It started out with Mayor Amschel Rothschild. That's who started the whole thing. He was the one who got his big break from George III, and he became the money master for Europe. They call him a banker, no banker, money changer. That's what it is, according to the Bible. Money changer. That's who he is. Born Mayor Amschel Baer. That's his real name. He's a Jew from Frankfurt, Germany. He founded the European banking dynasty known as the House of Rothschild, Red Shield. That's what he did, changing his name to Rothschild, Red Shield, demonstrating the building sign that he designed for his family business, his money-changing business. Currency exchange. That's what he's doing. That's why they call him in the Bible and others like him money changers, taking money from one source, giving it to another and charging interest in the middle, making money, making profit, doing no work with his own hands, has instructed unto him a fellow Jew by the Most High. That's the issue that's at hand, people. But we're not going to spend too much time on that. Moving forward, he's a money exchanger, making him a money changer. And he also venture into procuring loan, which jumps him into the usury law of the Most High. Cannot jump out of that one. That's why I read it for you earlier. That usury, charging interest for lending money, whether to your fellow Jew or whether to the Gentile, same rule apply. And he was making some own profit. Again, put him way outside of the law of the Most High, which said no profit making of your brothers and sisters. Its banking empire expanded to London, Paris, Vienna, Naples. The main ones are in London and Paris. That's the one I just walked you through. Roth, when you go back to German translation, Roth mean in English red. In German, Schild means sign. Also mean shield. That's why I have that explanation on the right-hand side for you. Also, again, if you put in English, shield, and ask for the German translation, it gives you shield. Rothschild. Rothschild. That's their name. Rothschild. Even though they tell you Rothschild and they connect the S to the R-O-T-H, not Nagasa. Rothschild. That's their name. Rothschild. Red shield. Red shield. That's how he got his name, and the name still stick until this point in time. But that's how it's generated. And then this is his legacy continuing in the background, but you don't know. This is set up in honor of the Rothschild, the Salvation Army, the Red Shield. That's what's set up on account of the Rothschild running in the background, but you don't know. But it's time for you to know. This is the man that they gave the funding to set up the Rothschild, the Salvation Army. That is what they call the humanitarian branch of the Rothschild Empire. But there's no humanitarian running in the background. Salvation Army busy selling what you donate to them. They should give it back for free. The Most I said, no profit on victuals to your brothers and sisters. Give it away if they need it. Make sure they have it. Clothe your brothers and sisters. Put food in their belly. Make them part of you. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your brothers and sisters as you love yourself. Do unto them that which you would want them to do unto you.